Shout out to Eric R. What's up, guys? GeorgeTheCloud here. Welcome to the channel and welcome to my live. We have Natalie Merchant of 10,000 Maniacs interviewed on NBC Sunday Today, 1989. Now, I've reacted to Natalie and 10,000 Maniacs several times before. You can find it on the channel. I've even done full album reactions. So what do we have here? Lead singer. October 8th, 1989. Includes live footage from the band's Blind Man Zoo tour in 1989. I did react to the whole album here. So let's take a look. Going back to the 80s. All right. Let's tune in. Thank you guys for watching. If you would like to support my music journey, check out my Patreon. It helps out a lot. Grab some popcorn, fill up your water, put your headphones on. And let's... Hold on a second here. All right. Let's go. Is that a microscope?
Thousand in number, nor maniacs on the bandstand. They are four men and a woman, a beguiling rock folk band from upstate New York. Their repertoire is a virtual litany of social issues put to
here's the sound.
Music, poverty, child abuse, teenage pregnancy, Nicaragua. In some ways, the Maniacs are an unlikely success story, but successful they are.
Don't talk.
They've been called the public television of pop music.
They sing about issues. Their words are meaningful.
You know, it's kind of neat because this band, I could talk to my parents relate to it.
Oh, what's the matter here? 10,000 Maniacs. Their name may be confusing, but the message in their music is not.
There's songs about child abuse, and to me that's important.
10,000 Maniacs may not...
So the sound at times, it's like a little bit, is like lagging, I guess. I don't know if it's technical difficulties that I'm having or part of the video, but we continue.
Rock band, but they're on their way to becoming just that. Their 1986 album, In My Tribe, went platinum, selling over 1 million copies. And the
I reacted to the full album.
current release, Blind Man Zoo, spent 13 weeks on Billboard's top 20.
When I started playing with the band and singing, it started to make sense. I want to create something, and this is what I want to create.
25-year-old Natalie Merchant is the group's lyricist, vocalist, and
25.
spiritual leader. She and the band met 8 years ago at the local college radio station in Jamestown, New York, the small industrial town where they all grew up. For Merchant, music became an escape from the boredom of small-town life.
We had a tent that we traveled with, and if the tent didn't work out, we'd just start going through the audience and asking people if we could sleep on their floors.
I tried and tried, but I can't take.
Today, it's her songs that are asking the questions. The music of 10,000 Maniacs is the platform from which Merchant challenges the world around her.
There's this desire in me to speak of what's important and not waste time. I'm singing songs about child abuse and illiteracy and, you know, orphans of war and things of that nature, and I can't really treat them lightheartedly.
Child abuse, you talk about pregnancy, war. Do you think those are women's issues?
I think that this most recent album has the strongest feminist voice that I've ever allowed myself to have. Yeah, there's definitely very strong issues that women would understand on this album. I'm also...
That's actually kind of surprising because I never thought about it that way. I guess looking back and hearing it directly from Natalie, then it makes more sense, right? The child abuse, you know, having babies, stuff like that, inequality. But I just thought she was talking about, you know, just issues in general. Like the interviewer put it, challenging the world around her. That's how I saw it.
Speaking on behalf of four men who are in the band.
Is that a problem? You're speaking on behalf, as you say, of four men.
Any conflicts, if there are, resolved before the album comes out. Once I rewrote the lyrics 3 times to a song because no one else in the group agreed with what I was saying.
The issues that she has
One of her best songs, Eat for Two.
chosen to sing about puts Merchant in an elite
Hold on here, let me go back. Have we just, man, so many, what is up with the technology today? Hold on here, guys. We will get it back one way or another.
The issues
And all right. Sorry about that.
What I was saying.
Okay.
The issues that she has chosen to sing about puts Merchant in an elite new group of women rockers. Artists like Tracy Chapman and Suzanne Vega, whose social concerns distinguish their music.
Do you think your music makes a difference in people's lives?
Maybe a lot of our audience is young, and I think maybe my song Campfire Song, which talks about greed in relation to the environment, that this song will affect them in some way, the way that they think.
That you can't beg nor steal, nor can you buy.
And I know that the songs do, in a way, affect people because they write me letters and I talk to them.
That guy's so
great.
excited.
It's communication.
One song that has struck a particular chord among her fans is The Big Parade, the story of a young boy visiting his father's name on the Vietnam War Memorial.
I had a woman who actually sent me her father's Purple Heart, who had been a helicopter pilot in Vietnam and died. To her, the medal didn't really mean anything. I left the letter and the Purple Heart at the War Memorial because I didn't feel comfortable having it either.
Did you write her back and tell her that?
I did.
Trouble Me is reportedly about your father.
I think that's what made me write the song. So my father was very ill and in the hospital. And I would go and sit with him for hours and hours. And I've started feeling like I wasn't just the child anymore. I was becoming a caretaker instead of always being taken care of. So the song Trouble Me is all just asking him to let me show that I care for him.
Oh, Trouble
10,000
Me.
Maniacs' unexpected success has put Natalie
You know, Trouble Me, I have to put it up there as, man, maybe my favorite 10,000 Maniacs song. If not, like top 3 for sure.
Merchant in a difficult position. She worries about being swallowed up by the commercial system that she and the band have tried so hard to avoid.
Can you be a rock and roll star? Can you be out touring and
I can't be a rock and roll star.
You don't consider
No,
yourself
I
a rock
could
and
never
roll?
be a rock and roll star. There's an arrogance that goes along with that I just can't, I can't justify. I think America is really obsessed with its pop culture and its pop celebrities. And that's not always such a healthy thing, I don't think. I hope I express some joy with my body when I'm dancing. You can't work for a better world unless you know what a good life is.
Merchant says her life will always include music, but perhaps without 10,000 Maniacs. She denies industry gossip that she'll leave the group, but she doesn't rule out solo projects.
I think about doing a different type of music that maybe we're not capable of doing. There's a lot of music that I would like to make, and it doesn't always have a drum kit in it when I hear it in my head.
The man 190 takes its deal alone.
10,000 Maniacs have been able to voice many of the concerns of their generation. And while Natalie Merchant is pleased with the band's success, she still grapples with the prospect of fame.
I'm hitting up through the door.
You're certainly going in the direction of becoming less and less anonymous.
It's possible. At a certain point, it's beyond your control, I think. We've been able to contain it, I think. Mostly because people weren't that interested.
But you're not willing to stop it, in other words.
A question that I have is when to stop. There's always been a thought in my mind that there'll come a day when I just say that's enough and I'll just retire and not be seen again.
On your journey as you go.
But right now, I'm investigating. And what I'm investigating is the human condition.
We'll surely fly to the day when we shall meet again. By the time you say goodbye.
Natalie is such a special type of musician. I'll try to explain, but first things first, we hit the like. I am subscribed to her, and I'll have a link of the original video down in the description below. Most people that are musicians want the fame. Maybe they get into it for the fame. Others, they're in it for the music, and if the fame comes along, they welcome it with open arms. And so for this question over here, it's just like, how do you feel about, getting more recognized and you're not as anonymous as you used to be? And she's like, it's possible, we have been able to contain it. And so like the way she answers that question, it's so like an intellectual way of putting it. She seems like reserved, like she doesn't want any part of it, right? It's like a very it's just like she has the mental maturity to understand that it's happening, but she doesn't have like that fire within her to like, oh yeah, like most other people would have answered like, yeah, it's great, it's fantastic, it's awesome, right? This is what I've wanted all my life, I'm signing autographs and I'm doing this and that. No, like not Natalie. And so I can understand the struggle that she faced, with being recognized, being famous, getting more and more popular. And I wonder how she feels about that now. And also I wonder if she is satisfied with her career, because by the sound of it, it's like she just wanted to keep making stuff and she had so much to get out, right? So maybe I can look at a newer interview and see what she says looking back into her life, her career. But she definitely seems like the type of person that gave it her all. Still probably, to this day. Very mature, hardworking, smart, just like in it for the actual music, for the art of it all. No, I can't imagine her being a rock star like she mentioned. She doesn't have the ego. She's not out there like partying, doing drugs and stuff like that. I can't imagine it. So she was spending her time in a useful, productive way. She had to do everything she possibly could. But yeah, I'm just thinking like, what would she say right now? Is she satisfied with all her work? Yeah, I'm loving these interviews, because we get an insight into her mind, into everything that was going on, but also the aesthetic of the videos, right? Going back to the 80s, the 90s, it's just the style of it is appealing to me because we don't have that anymore, right? It's a different era. It's a product of its time, and now it's gone. So very cool. Thank you so much, Eric. And if you guys have suggestions, please comment, subscribe, and at the end, do a flip. Till the next.